My testimony is facilitated brilliantly in John chapter 1 about the essence of the impact of Jesus Christ in my life, why I believe in him and why I want to share it with everybody else. And John 1 verse 18 captures so much of it. It says, "No one has ever seen God, but the one and only Son who is God himself and is in the closest relationship with the Father, he has made him known." There's a promise here that you and I, even though we did not exist in the particular time of Jesus, that we could have a clear picture of who this spiritual God is, who the Father is, and the way that we discover God in his fullness and experience personal revelation of who he is. The way that happens is through how Jesus Christ is portrayed in the New Testament and in the Scriptures. It makes me think of the story of the two guys on their way to a little town called Emmaus. And Jesus joined them on their journey, and he took them through the whole of the Old Testament and showed them everything that was relevant to him. And they responded by saying, our hearts were burning in us because of the revelation of who Christ is. There were other moments that somebody like Peter said, "Jesus, you are the Son of God." And Jesus responded and said, "This wasn't given to you by any human knowledge. My Father himself revealed this to you." So you and I can live literally thousands of years later with a clear revelation of our God through Jesus. He's the Father, and always when the Scripture refers to him as our Father, it talks about our origin. Where do we come from? Why are we here? And where are we going? But there's a second dimension that is promised in John 1 verse 18. No one has ever seen, but he who lives in a close relationship with the Father has made him known. The second part of the promise is that you and I can also live in a close relationship with the Father. My testimony, my discovery, my experience is that prayer and Bible study has become a facilitator to bring the closeness of who God is into my everyday life. I remember when I was 13 and God became a reality for me, how I would take the Bible, simply take the Bible with 3 or 4 different translations, and I would start every day with him. And it became a practical reality for me on a daily basis, that I can live in close proximity to God. He lives in me, but I can experience that he is also with me. Every day has enough of its challenges. I can't imagine how people can go through life with all of its challenges without the closeness of a Father, of a life-giving God who wants to breathe life into my existence. He breathes meaning into every day. He breathes perspective. He brings light into how I see myself, how I view my crisis, how I view my challenge, how I view my future. And those two elements of meaning and light, or meaning, life and light, those two elements has deposited so much into my life that I look forward to the rest of my existence just because of this one conviction that he lives, and he lives in me, and he is for me, and he is with me. That's my testimony, that although no one has ever seen God, I see him every day through my relationship with Jesus Christ.